Life can be hard, and we've all faced those moments that seem to stop us dead in our tracks. But what if those moments of difficulty, the bad news, could actually be a springboard for something greater? I'm Cam Garvin, and each week I'll bring you stories of extraordinary resilience and conversations about lives and ideas that are productive. This is the Productive Lives Podcast. You got the gym, the church, kind of, and then
we have 28 buildings. We have 28 properties.
Wow.
We do, and we have no debt.
That's amazing.
We have zero debt. And I got out of the way. We all got out of the way. Now we have a huge project, with this building, which is going to be called the Rock Youth Factory. You may say, well, why the Rock Youth Factory?
I've had people ask me.
Well, think about this. If you look at Kensington and the history behind Kensington, factories was the premier manufacturing capital of the country, if not the world, from the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. Every other corner you had factories,
Mm-hmm.
everywhere, factories, everyone, 100% employment. So my thought was, let's keep that word factory in there, the Rock Youth Factory. And not only that, but it's the oldest boxing venue in America. From 1917 to 1963,
Okay.
There was fights there every Friday.
What do they used to call it? The blood?
They called it the Blood Pit as a nickname, but it was the Cambria.
The Cambria. Okay.
It was the Cambria, but people, it was an amazing place where so many years, they had fights there. 63, it was amazing. We feel like it has a lot of history. And we want to make champions for Christ.
Yeah, right.
We're actually going to have We're going to have fights there.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Why not?
Imagine that, having the speaker come down.
The old.
Ladies and gentlemen around the world, like
the history.
Yeah, so the history of it, but it's going to be black tie.
Oh.
Black tie. We're going to have people come in with black ties. Fun. Yeah, it's going to be fun because if you look at the boxers back in the 50s, they all wore suits.
Yeah, they all dressed up.
But I think it would be fun to do that.
Great.
You know what I mean?
And what do you want to do with it after boxing?
The main reason we have this is to draw more kids.
Yes.
So not everybody wants to combat sports,
right.
boxing, grappling, weights. That's all we have to offer. And then homework school. But we're going to be able to have rock climbing, tennis. We're going to have volleyball, basketball. Yeah. We're going to have a mezzanine where we'll have all the classrooms. And, we have a lot of potential here that we can literally change this next generation of kids.
Yeah.
Look, you walk the streets.
Yep.
You come out as a chaplain. You see it. So to me, we're going to have an opportunity, Cam, introduce so many more kids into a relationship with Christ through that building. Yeah. I believe that.
That's excellent. What do you need for that, buddy? We have an audience here, right? So what do you, financially, because Productive Lives is nonprofit, I get it, donations and groups help us and get it out of the way. I've been surprised. But what do you need for that? Not manpower, but also finances.
Well, you know what? Can I say this? I think the number one thing we need is we need laborers.
Okay.
We need laborers.
Because you got to staff that place.
Because here's the thing. We have a chance to change a neighborhood with the gospel of Christ. Mm-hmm. Single-handedly. Imagine having a couple hundred kids and having all the volunteers and laborers you can that are vetted, that we know, you know what I mean? And ministering, coming alongside. Because remember, it's a war zone. You've seen it. So all the attention, in fact, we have the number one television station in Japan just reached out to us and they want to interview me.
Why not?
And they want to do something the end of November. Now I'm looking at it. So I looked at it. I didn't realize this, but only 1% of the population in Japan is Christian.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, I don't want to just show them the problem. I want to talk about the solution.
Yep. What's the hope?
You know what I mean? The hope is Christ. Yeah. They have to be willing to put that in.
Gotcha.
That. So that's what I'm going back and forth.
Negotiation.
Yeah, right now. Or we won't do it. Go find somebody else. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
But my point of it is so much of the attention is put on the problem. Okay, now stay with me. The problem, what you see is the opioid addiction problem. That's the main thing. And the drugs that they're using now, I mean, you see more people walking like this because the drugs that they use there, it attacks the central nervous system, and it completely, like, they lose it, and they're just. But here's the reality. Reality of it is, we're producing the future drug dealers and future drug addicts. More's caught than taught. So you got a whole population of kids that are inundated with something that they never asked for. We need to put focus on that. The kids of Kensington have no voice. And we need to be able to say, listen, okay, and the community in itself, they need to buy into that. To me, I feel like we're on to something here. And I think with that building opening up, and I think with there's a lot of things going on right now in Kensington that they want to break up the drug trade and all that.
That's right.
And listen, look, can I tell you something? We pray for the drug addicts.
Sure.
We pray for the drug dealers. I mean, we love them all. I mean, we're not an activist down here, jumping, bullhorn, get rid of the dealers and all. No, that our activism is prayer.
Right. Yeah.
Pray.
Yeah.
We pray that the streets would be safe.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with that, brother? On Sundays, we may have, this Sunday it was packed with people. But I think if you counted everybody, I don't want to count seats. It doesn't matter to me. But, we have a solid couple hundred, not more, if everybody came. But the truth of the matter is, that's a Sunday, but a Wednesday, Cam.
Yeah, I've never been here on a Wednesday. Yeah.
Cam, a Wednesday is amazing. You know why? Because we pray. I believe that it's the engine that keeps the rock going.
Okay.
We pray. Funny. I often say I'd rather have more people on a Wednesday than on a Sunday.
Right.
But the folks that are here, that come here, they're praying and they're keeping us going.
Did you pray? What story you prayed for the Triple X? Remember that place down there? Triple X, porno shop.
Were you here when we were doing that?
You were praying for that, and the neighbors were all like, whatever your prayer is, we'll help you. And then tell that story, because I think that's amazing. Get it out of the way.
The Triple X store was an eyesore for many, many, many years, It was ongoing. We sent them a letter like, hey, listen, we respect your, you owning it, but can you take that sign down? Yeah. You can have the bill, just take the sign down. And he said, it's kind of the sign, the Triple X, it's nostalgia, this and that. Yeah. But what happened was, they took it to court. We had all of our chaplains in the court. Were you there?
No, I wasn't, but I heard the story.
So all of our chaplains were in the courtroom praying, and the guy was exposed. He was so angry, and the judge got so annoyed, but he had hours of, if not a few days to remedy what the judge asked him to do. He didn't do that. And it got knocked down. I believe it was all prayer.
Yeah,
100%.
And the neighbors paid for the fence around or something like that.
Yeah. So the chaplains, we were digging in on that block, then the neighbor bought a fence, and we went and put the fence up. It was just a grassroots. Effort. It was grassroots. Well, I feel like that's going to happen over this lot that we have now.
Oh my goodness. Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I know we're going to make it something.
It was just a junkyard, right?
Well, it was an illegal junkyard. It was a car lot. Then they were burning all the addicts. What they were doing to get the copper, they were stealing all heavy duty wiring, and then they were burning the wire in the pit hole, and all the fumes would just. Okay. And the fire company was there hundreds of times.
Okay.
They gave them fines, and then they had the house that's next door. It was a crack house, prostitution house. So we own that house now too. So it's things like that.
Yeah, that's amazing.
That happen. But that's another prayer story. We've been praying for a long time for that.
Yeah.
And the lady shows up out of nowhere.
I think I met her. She wanted to give it to you guys, right? Or sell it to you? Or
well,
whatever.
she basically, it was peanuts. She just wanted us to pay the back bill, which we did. We paid all the fines and the liens. Talk about amazing.
Talking about productive, redeeming, taking that lot and using it for good. That's the kind of stories I want to hear. That's the kind of stories you're telling me. Someone whose life was probably not productive or in the way that was honoring to what God wanted you to do, and then coming to a productive life and productive things that are happening, and just taking back the neighborhood for good, whether it's for Christ, but just for doing something good. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you for listening to the Productive Lives podcast. You can expect new episodes every Monday. And if you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review wherever you get your podcasts. This helps others like you find the show. The Productive Lives podcast is supported by Productive Lives, where our mission is people serving people, and our vision is to motivate people to improve their lives and the lives of others through servant living and leadership. If you want to live a productive life and help improve the lives of others, visit our website for more information, productivelives.org. The Productive Lives podcast is produced by Studio D Podcast Production and hosted by me, Cam Garvin. I'll see you next week for more stories of resilience and conversations about lives and ideas that are productive.